What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Steve Nasantowski here of Mason Brew, bringing you another Michigan basketball highlights video. This time, Michigan rallies late but falls to the Ohio State Buckeyes, 68-67 in the Big Ten Tournament Semifinals. Brutal game. Great comeback at the end, just couldn't pull it off. Let's try to get this video to 200 likes. Besides that, let's dive right into the highlights here, starting right away. Name I'm going to call a lot. Liddell there to Washington. Those two names. That's all you need to know. If you're looking for the test on Ohio State, those are the two names to know. Duane, Washington there. That Dickinson shot is a little bit too far from the basket for my liking. I'd like to see him a little bit closer. Here's the aforementioned Liddell with a fadeaway. That's a good defensive play from Dickinson. Davis, man, he is just crafty down low with his footwork. Really great step through for the reverse layup. Here, number 14, Justice Suing. With the three-pointer. I was trying to come up with a lawyer joke. Couldn't do it. Franz Wagner. Teams continually to just go under screens here, right? Here you have Davis setting the screen. What you should do is probably go over the screen so that you don't have an open Wagner at the three-point land because he can hit those. But this guy just decides to go under the screen, and with Davis there, that's just way too much room, and Wagner makes him pay for it. So they weren't as guilty as Maryland at doing this, but Maryland's not good. And Ohio State's a little bit better there. Justin Aarons with that three-pointer. So they're hot from the three-point land there. Good defense from Mike Smith on Washington. Not able to get that one. Liddell trying to go inside. Good defense there. This possession had like 2 or 3 offensive rebounds. Sucks late in the shot clock here. Number 14, Justice Suing. Getting that shot here. Dickinson. That's a good look for him. Tough shot there past Zed Key, but able to get that one down. Here, good rebound there. Strong hands from Johns with a nice pass there to Eli Brooks. Good off-ball movement here as well. Good recognition and just great bounce pass. Good timing. It's a veteran duo there between Brooks and Johns to get that one. Franz, I don't like that shot. That's a little fadeaway, not a high percentage shot. Was late in the shot clock, but not the best look there. Good defense from Shawnee Brown on Duane, Washington. Franz on the miss. Good job here, Shawnee Brown getting it. But again, this isn't a good look, right? That's a air ball long two right after an offensive rebound. Would like to see them get set. Meanwhile, here he is, E.J. Liddell with a three-pointer, putting that one down. Ohio State up 3. Again, Ohio State not learning their lesson, going under the screen. Franz Wagner makes him pay. And then there's a turnover, right? Look at just the length of Franz Wagner here, forcing a tough pass, and that's a turnover. Seth Towns with the bad pass, and here we have Dickinson with the step through. That's his shot, right? Get into the key over the right shoulder. That's what you want to see. Terrence Williams, really, really great example of how to set up an entry pass, right? Watch what Williams does right there. Fakes up top, and that gets Washington off his feet, right? Because Washington is up off his feet, that offers a much easier bounce pass here to Dickinson in the post because this is eliminated. So good job from Terrence Williams with that fake. Make it an easier entry pass down to Dickinson. He's getting going early. Here, great pass from number 13, C.J. Walker to the corner for a three-pointer. Buckeyes stayed hot from three-point land. Here, Terrence Williams able to get back in transition there for the block. And here you have a lot of runners in this game that were just missed, especially from Shawnee Brown. This is a good challenge from Duane, Washington. So, that is a tougher runner, but a close shot, generally high percentage. Meanwhile, Terrence Williams just forcing a little bit too much there. Good thought on the initial drive, just not able to execute. Meanwhile, Walker there, able to convert on the other side. 1-point lead for Ohio State. Another one, good runner. That one, much higher percentage shot for Shawnee Brown, just not able to put that one in. So that hurts to see. Here, Mike Smith. Again, that's a good-looking little short runner, not able to put that one in. And not the best. Here, though, Franz, active hands. Again, go gadget arms. Get me a turnover, and he does it. Gets the steal. Here, tough shot for Duane, Washington. Again, the offensive rebounds. That time, Dickinson gives that up to Zed Key. He puts in the putback. Here, another entry pass. Oh, look, it's Franz arms again, and he just has a 12-foot wingspan and putting that to length. And there, good block. But again, able to keep that alive for Ohio State. They had a lot of second chances here. Fortunately, this one, late in the shot clock, they didn't realize it, and that's a long 3 air ball. And Michigan's able to get that turnover here. Nice defense from Franz, again, with the arms. Okay, this is called a foul, and this is the right call because I say good defense, it was, but you'll see right there, right on the arm, right here, there is a foul. Okay, that's a foul. So the main thing to keep in mind, this guy didn't call it, this guy didn't call it, this is the guy who calls the foul. Okay, fair enough. This is like a good sight line to this where these guys may be blocked. So I think this guy probably should be making it. But anyway, watch this guy. Okay, so this is when the foul occurs, right? Right here. Right there is when the whistle is blown and the foul is called. Right here. Why? Why wait that long, right? If it's a foul right here, then call a foul right there, right? Like I would expect, like, okay, tweet, that's a foul, right? He waits like an extra beat, and it makes, and this is full-blown conspiracy, right? So totally call me out on it, but like it seems like he's waiting to see if it's going in or not, whether or not to call this foul. And that's not how you should officiate basketball games. So like, am I crazy, right? Like, why is he waiting that long? This is like a second and a half, 2 seconds, right? Foul, whistle. Like, why is it that late, right? If you see the foul, call the foul. Anyway, just really odd. And it's one of 2 examples of this in this game. So that's foul called against Franz Wagner. I do think it was the right call, but just strange timing, right? Here, Franz Wagner, good look from the corner, good feed there from Johns. They called this out of bounds against Ohio State. I think that's the wrong call right here. I think you can see John's finger. Again, hard to say, right? The guy has probably a better view than I do, but just based on momentum, it seems like that ball's direction was off of John's fingers, but that's just my take here. And then Johns getting his elbow in the face of 14, but you can see this was just a basketball move there, so he is in his personal space, so that is the correct call. And Johns was just a foul machine. Here, Franz Wagner just with a freak of nature closeout, right? Look at the time the number 31 here, Seth Towns, is shooting this 3, and look where Franz Wagner is closing out from. He's in the middle of the key. He closes out, gets a tip on this pass somehow, and Michigan gets the jump ball there. Just insane athleticism, right? To close out that quick, that's why he's probably going to be a lottery pick for that alone. Here, John's really great spin. Again, this is another example of, sure, this is probably the right call, right? You can see the arm of the defender under John's arm right there into the body, so sure. But call that right here, right? Why do you wait so late to call that foul? It makes no sense to me, right? If it's a foul right there, right? And he should be making that call right then. Instead, he waits an extra beat. I don't get it, man. I don't get it. I'm all in on this conspiracy that they're waiting to see if the basket falls before calling a foul, and that's ridiculous, right? So I don't know. I'm a crazy person, but that's just me. Here, really good feed from Duane Washington to EG Liddell. Power duo for them. Here, another foul. You can see Johns get smacked in the face here, right there. And that's like a third straight possession for a foul. I do think all of those fouls were correct, and Johns was like 7 or 8 from the free throw line in this game, so good job from him there. 3-pointer for Ohio State. Again, at half here, 6 of 14 from three-point land, and Michigan has a 1-point advantage due to free throws, shooting 90% there, and a fair number of blocks. So good defense overall. Here, good feed from Liddell. Eventually gets to Washington into the corner, and they stayed hot. And here you have Franz Wagner. Great dish there. And this is all just created because they need to respect the right arm drive here of Franz Wagner, right? Because of how dangerous he is going to his right, and you already have him beating number 14, Justice Suing here. You need EJ Liddell to shade this way to help. Franz Wagner does a good job recognizing that, delivers the ball to Dickinson after EJ Liddell commits, and that's just an easy basket. So great job from Franz recognizing that, providing a good basket there. Here, miss, and another offensive rebound there for Johns, able to get that one in for a foul. Washington, though, he's not going away. Johns, so Johns does get blocked here, clean block, and then you just get smacked in the face. You can see right there, clear smack in the face. No call on that, right? Should have been. I mean, the dude dislocates his effing pinky from it. You can see, boom, right there. Oh, if someone dislocates his pinky off of you, it's probably a foul. Didn't get called, bad break. You can see both getting looked at. There's a gross pinky. If you wanted a gross pinky in your life, there it is. You're welcome. Franz Wagner, wide open from 3. That's a good look. And you know the prank where you put like saran wrap on the toilet for your brother? They decided to do that against Michigan. And that's kind of how this half went. And Dickinson also Not able to put in a look he usually does. Here's a flashback, okay? This is from my previous video. Hint, hint, it's in the description. You can go check that out. You should. But watch Turgeon here from the last game. Watch him approach, right? That's 3 or 4 steps. So anyone saying that, like, Juwan Howard was the one who instigated it, that's pretty, I would consider that a light charging from Turgeon. Anyway, back to the game. Meanwhile, the saran wrap is not on the other side of the court, and E.J. Liddell hits that one from 3. But, yep, still there. And off the miss here, okay, this is insane. So you have Smith with the miss here, right? Put back there for Dickinson. They call it on the floor, which is kind of crazy, right? I mean, I guess they're saying it's like this is where the foul is, right? Before he starts going up. But, man, how often do you see that called in and one, right? Okay, so that's number 1. They didn't call a continuation. It's on the floor, so it's not an and one. Number 2, this is a clear as hail hook and hold, right? I mean, this dude is hooking and holding. That is the foul. This is supposed to be an arrow. It's that exaggerated because it's that obvious, right? He is pulling him this way. That's the whole foul here. They didn't even go to review that. I don't know how you don't. And it wasn't called a continuation. So that's a fair number of points left off the board there because it wasn't called. You've now activated an angry Dickinson, and he puts in the basket there. Here's a good drive that probably was goaltending, okay? So it's hard to tell from this angle. It looks like right there, maybe. Yeah, right around there, it hits the backboard, and then you have the block from Franz Wagner. So it didn't get called, right? And then in transition, you have Mike Smith hitting the 3-pointer. Boom. So that's a huge swing, right? So maybe that makes up for the last call. I would prefer the refs just get it right on both sides of the court. That's just me. E.J. Liddell says, hey, I'm just going to keep hitting these threes regardless of what this stupid Steven guy says. Davis putting in a nice feed there for Mike Smith. Here, what a beautiful feed, right? I usually don't break down plays from opposing teams, but this is just something else. So really good drive here. He beats Mike Smith. That forces Johns to step over, fill in here. And then Eli Brooks recognizes that he's coming down here, and as a result, this is probably going to be the feed to the corner. Really good recognition of Brooks going to the corner there and delivering that to the wing. That's just a really great basketball play. Here's a give and go. Here, good verticality from Johns, right? Ohio State bench wants a foul. Watch the feet of Johns when he goes up, right? He's outside the circle here, goes up. He actually went backwards, right? So he's at least vertical. If not, he went a little bit backwards. And that's just good defense going straight up from Johns, providing great minutes in lieu of Isaiah Livers. There's a miss put back from Austin Davis. Good job from him. Here, trying to follow Duane Washington. He's hitting from 3. They just decide not to miss anymore. E.J. Liddell driving. He's going up. Finally, he misses the ball, but there's an offensive rebound, right? Extremely frustrating. He gets matched up on the smaller Brown, gets the and one. This, I was trying to see where the foul was. I was like, this isn't a foul, but you can see Shawnee Brown does jump into him right on the leg there. You can see with the body. So nothing on the arm that I saw, but definitely on the body. So that is a correct call. And one unfortunate 5-point lead now for Ohio State. Mike Smith with the miss. Not able to corral that one. Here you have Zed Key putting in a rolling basket there. Bouncing around basket, I should say, not a rolling one. There, another and one sloppy foul from Johns. 8-point lead for Ohio State. Duane Washington going unconscious from 3-point land. Hits that one. This guy is transcending into another dimension because of the play of Duane Washington. I can't blame him. I actually really like that celebration. I think that's really funny. But Duane Washington, man, guy's a killer. There, a miss. Finally. And Eli Brooks shows up and takes the saran wrap off the basket. Good job from him. There. Okay, so remember back to the Dickinson no continuation, right? With the one hand, the hook and hold that wasn't called, whatever, all of that. They called this an and one, okay? So boom, totally a reach, right? Right there. Boom, totally a reach. You're telling me this is a shooting foul right here, right? This is what the ref said, okay? He has to do all of the things in this order. Number one, he has to get the possession of the ball. because, yes, he hits the arm, but he bobbles the ball there, right? So number one, he has to get control of the ball, regain control of that. Number two, he actually has to go up and shoot the ball. But before that, step 1.5, because I forgot it, he actually takes 2 steps, right? So step 1, okay, he's now regained possession. Step 1.5, there's 2 steps. And then he actually goes up with the basket. And they call that an and one. So all I want is consistency, right? If you want to call this continuation, totally go for it. You can't tell me that the other one that they didn't call continuation for Hunter Dickinson isn't continuation. You just can't, okay? So anyway, here's another and one for Ohio State. Crazy, right? Justice Suing with a nice basket. And main thing, that's 5th foul for Franz Wagner. 5:17 left in the game, right? So that's the right call. It was a foul. Super unfortunate, right? So you're without Franz Wagner, down 13. Eli Brooks, big shot there. Makes it a 10-point game, but even now it's like 4 minutes left. Oh, not looking good. Good drive there. TJ Walker beating Mike Smith on the drive. Eli Brooks, nice find down low. Much needed and one for Dickinson. Here, not giving up though. Duane Washington with the drive. He's crazy. Brandon Johns here. Nice feed down low to Dickinson. He gets the easy basket. Michigan not going away, right? 9-point game here. Here, oh, this is terrible. Oh, you missed. So before we go through with this play, I think someone messed up here. It's got to be either Johns or Shawnee Brown, right? One of these two fellows, because basic instinct tells me that 2 guys should not occupy the same space as they're trying to morph into one another right there. And that just leaves EJ Liddell wide open. Someone misses that. My favorite part of this, he is staring at his hand like it betrayed him. And that's just hilarious. It's really funny. Meanwhile, Michigan going the other way. Mike Smith draws the foul, puts in 2 free throws. Huge part in Michigan's comeback here. So only down 7. Duane Washington had Dickinson switched on to him, not able to convert there. Mike Smith, tough shot there. Would like to see that one a little bit better. And a bad foul there from Terrence Williams. 8-point game now. Dickinson down low, misses that one. Able to get his own rebound, though, and puts that one back. It's a 6-point game. EJ Liddell tries to go behind his back, forgets that he's not a point guard, and Dickinson puts that one in. Now it's a 4-point game. Madness, 90 seconds left. What is he thinking, right? And Dickinson showing off his footwork. Look at that little, ooh, that's pretty. So it's a 4-point game. EJ Liddell says, you know what? Let's bounce it off my knee. And Michigan ball with under a minute left. Here, good ball movement. Williams, Brooks, Brown, boom. Look at that. Great ball movement. Good job from Shawnee Brown getting out to the line. Good closeout from Justice Suing, but a better shot for Shawnee Brown. Ooh, he leaps. And you got a 1-point game. Here you have a drive from TJ Walker. He steps on the line. This one's extremely close, okay? Let me try to pause it right there, right? It's close. I think, again, if you're a Michigan fan, he totally stepped on the line. I think it's more likely than not he did. How far up is his heel, right? That's the main question here. This angle is not much better. You don't really get to see where that line is, but it does look like the mid part of his shoe is on this line, right? This line. Welcome to Steven Draws Straight Lines. So clearly, by my wonderful drawing, he's out of bounds. No, it looked like he was. So now we're at the final possession. I'm going to show you the final possession here, then we'll talk about it a little bit. Mike Smith here, dribbling it out at 10 seconds. All right, time to go. Dickinson comes up, sets the screen, switch. You got EJ Liddell and Mike Smith. Dribble, penetrate, step back, boom. It's a little long. Ball's loose. Nothing happens. Game over, right? So, couple things about this. In the post-game presser, Juwan Howard said this was the play. Get them switched on. We got the shot we wanted. That was what they wanted, okay? Second part here. Saw some people saying could have been a foul called on EJ Liddell. It could have. I think it could have. I'm okay with it not because I don't believe it affected the shot, right? It's like after the shot. You could say like right there, right? He's kind of into the chest. If we go back to the original view. Like, yeah, he's kind of into the chest right there a little bit. They're never going to call that at the end of the game. I understand that they shouldn't swallow their whistles at the end of the game, but in this case, it didn't affect the shot, so I'm not as up in arms about that. Also saw a lot of people saying like, oh, why did you wait until like the last second? I do agree with that. I think you should have went with maybe 20 seconds, Then you can maybe foul if Ohio State gets a rebound, or give yourself a second chance to get the offensial rebound. I think that's a fair point as well, and something that I probably would agree with. I also saw on the other side, now we're at the start of the game. I also saw on the other side of that argument is that you didn't want to go to overtime in a game where you didn't have Franz Wagner, right? So you wait till the last possible minute to not give Ohio State a possession. All these things are fair, and it goes into game theory. And, I would have liked to see Dickinson with the ball down low, but this is a good look, right? Like, this is a high percentage shot. Mike Smith is had a career day yesterday. This isn't a bad shot, right? He's not doing like a fadeaway really right here. That he has a lot of room at the top of the key. And I like my odds. If you show me this screenshot right here, and it's like, would you take, like, this is a good opportunity right at the end of the game. Hindsight's always 20/20. So everything else of like, oh, Dickinson should have taken it, whatever. I think that's a good shot. I'm not super upset with that. The timing, yeah, I probably disagree with that. I would have liked to see it more like that shot taken with 10 seconds left instead of with 2 seconds left. So that's where we are. Let's move on to stats. Dickinson, big game for him. 21 points, 9 of 14 shooting, 8 rebounds, 1 steal, 1 block. Eli Brooks, another good game for him. 12 points, 4 of 8 shooting, 2 of 4 from deep, 4 rebounds, and 3 assists. Smith kind of struggled, right? 10 points, which is third best on the team, but 1 of 11 from the floor, 7 of 8 from free throws, so that's where his points did come from, and 4 assists. So 3 key points. Number 1, lack of offense from Smith and Wagner, right? Combined between these two players, 3 for 22 from the field, 18 points, but it wasn't an efficient 18 points, right? Going to need them to step up offensively with the news that Isaiah Livers is out indefinitely with his stress fracture in his foot. So want to commend Wagner for his defense, right? Some incredible plays throughout the game, disruptive, some steals, that incredible block I highlighted, put on a show defensively, honestly. And it just more resilience on offense, more reliance on his offensive output is needed. And that's just kind of what we need him to transform into if Michigan wants to make a deep run in the NCAAs. Number 2, I am encouraged by the bench, okay? Terrence Williams put in some really good minutes, 12 minutes in this one. Johns got the start today, picked up 8 boards, 3 of which were offensive, got to the free throw line quite a bit, 7 of 8. So he converted there quite a bit, put in a lot of good work overall down low for Michigan. And Davis, he's been awesome offensively as well. Defense is what it is, but he's provided good minutes from the bench as well. So encouraged overall. And then number 3, Dickinson, getting back to form, right? Extremely important now with Livers out. Again, efficient 21 points today. Hard for OSU to stop him. And, again, with Livers out, he will only become more prominent and more relied on for the offensive output of this team. So encouraging surge at the end, just not enough. With a fouled out Wagner, it's tough to get back into it. Michigan did their best, found a way to get within 1, just couldn't get there, right? Ohio State finished the game over 50% from three-point land on 22 attempts. Good luck, right? That's tough. That's all I got for you guys. Like, comment, subscribe. You know the deal. Appreciate all you guys for watching these videos, taking the time out of your day. Really appreciate the help of the growth of this channel. Beyond that, guys, stay safe out there. And as always, go blue.